What's happening, everybody? Good to see everybody. Good to be seen. Y'all know me. This is Big Al. I'm the moderator, owner of the I'm the moderator, owner of Let Me Say Something podcast. And guys, we're broadcasting from my car because I want to. Anyway, listen, something interesting happened this morning. I got something sent from a buddy of mine, and he was upset because he said because the title was Trump is asking for the death penalty for drug dealers. And I can understand why he's upset about that. But this is a guy that I really respect. So I had to. So when he sent me something, I actually look at it. I respect him, and I respect the fact of where he's come from to where he is now. He's made a huge jump, and so so good for you, my buddy. It's good for you, man. Keep doing the good things that you're doing. Now, that does not mean I agree with him, because he and I on both sides. He and I on different sides of the fence, man. He's a Kamala guy, and or Kamala, however you want to call it, the loser side, And I'm with my man, the GOAT. Y'all know him, the great one. The one that shut down the Zelensky, coming in there with a T-shirt asking for all these billions of dollars again. Anyway, but that's not what I want to talk about. As far as this drug thing is concerned, the death penalty for drug use, for drug sellers. I looked into it. My understanding is that he said this during the campaign too, that what he's going for is the head, the people that the cartels, the people in the country that are at the top of this going down line. Cut off the head and you cut off the source. Cut off the head and you cut off the problem. Because without those guys up there that are untouchable right now, there will be no street vendors. There's nobody on the ground that's going to be selling anything because you cut off the head. Now what Trump wants to do is cut off the head permanently. Go to the cartels, take them out. Okay, and then find out who in the United States that they're shipping to that's allowing this to happen, particularly in the black neighborhoods. Now, he said all this during the campaign, and I agree with that. Now, the people that are going to get upset by this are people that are past or present drug dealers. They're the ones going to get upset by it. I get it. I kind of get that, But keep in mind now, this is what you're missing. I'm upset too by the mere fact that you past or present drug dealer had the freaking nerve to come in my community selling that crap to anybody that will buy it, to elementary school people, teenagers, whatever, and you think it's okay to do that. Why? Because you want to get this quick money. You want to get this quick money, okay? And you don't care how you get it, who takes it, you just do it. So yeah, so I'm mad too. I'm mad too. My children, who are grown now, but back in the day, I had to watch out for that stuff because nobody was doing anything. We talked about a war on drugs, but there was never a war on drugs. We never had a war on drugs. That's why we're still talking about it 45, 50 years later. The same exact thing. Now you got a guy that comes in and says, you know what? All the countries that don't have a drug problem, just because if you sell drugs, they'll put you to death. We ought to do that here too. And that's what he told the governors when he met with them. Consider it. Consider making it a death sentence. Now, what's going to happen is that some governors will, some governors won't. The governors that won't, they're going to have the biggest problem. Now, once again, I don't advocate, the death penalty for the guys that are the vendors in the streets. What I say is the guys that are making the money, the guys that are maybe mid-level and above, the guys that are flying shipments over here through trucks, through airplanes, through boats, ships, cargoes. Those are the guys that where I want to see that happen at. Once again, you cut off the head, and then you cut off everything else. Everything else dies. So the street vendors, no, I don't advocate that. But we have to do something. There has to be a war on drugs. And my whole thing is that when you have a war, there's going to be casualties. How do you guys think this is going to happen without some type of casualty, without some type of consequence? Drugs are bad. And for those of you people that say, oh no, he's going crazy, blah, blah, blah. Trust me. drugs have gone bad. Not just the illegal drugs, but the drugs that the doctors are prescribing too. Every school shooting had a person that was on some type of drugs. Every school shooting had that person was on some types of psychedelic drugs. Every single one. Who's prescribing this stuff? They ought to get it too. Anybody can get it. And they ought to get it too. So my whole thing is, if we're going to have a war on drugs, let's start it now. Let's start it now. You know, if there's a death penalty, guess how many people are going to stop? Guess how many vendors are going to stop selling drugs? You won't be able to find any vendors. They'll try to get smart, etc. But as soon as you execute one or two of them, everybody's going to stop. And my whole thing is that if you're going to execute them, don't wait 5, 6, 7, 8 years. You know, let's have a time frame. You know, we're going to offer you within 9 months, man. We're going to offer you within 6 months. Within 12 months, you're gone. And let's put them in the toughest jails possible. Let them put them in solitary, whatever. I don't care what you do, but for that poison to get into America, and for America we are a weakened society because of these drugs. We are a weakened society because of it. And keep in mind now, a lot of that stuff, most of the drugs in the white community actually. But the evidence of the drugs is in the black community, particularly the big cities, Detroit, Philly, Baltimore. Just to name a few. That's where you see the evidence of it. But most of the drugs are in white community because they can afford it. But a lot of times they have to come to the black community to pick it up. Then they leave. And then we sell them, and then we sell our own community, and our community can never rise above it. This is a chance for us to rise above it, having an actual war. Trump is getting ready. He's going to go down and he's going to challenge the cartels, burn them out, arrest them, and have them sent to the United States. That's why they've already sent, I think, is it 10, 20? I can't remember how many, but they've already sent them to the United States. Mexico is extraditing their cartel members to the United States to get sentenced because there's evidence of them sending drugs to the United States. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it, okay? I don't want you infecting my grandchildren, my nieces and nephews, my little cousins. I don't want you trying to convince them that's a way to make money and all that fast money bullshit. Okay? Now listen, because how many people have died due to drug overdose, due to bad drugs, etc.? The guy that sold them drugs, nothing happened to him. Not even sorry about it. Well, you're going to be sorry now. Because if we catch you. Because now, if they decide to do this, and they catch you, c'est la vie, mother blubber. C'est la vie. And that's how I feel about the whole thing, man. This is Big Al out. Y'all take care. Bye.